Yeah. Hey, hey, Be More City. 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 Today is Be More's Real Team Talk Show. Be More's Real Team Talk Show. Hey, family, welcome, welcome, welcome to Be More's Real Team Talk Show. Now, y'all know I always talk about my 12-step spiritual journey, right? Well, guess what? The same 12 steps that I used or that I'm using to become a productive member of society is the same 12 steps that we can use for our children. Spiritual growth, not based on a religion, okay? Spiritual growth, and I'm talking about inside, connecting back with themselves. Because that's why a lot of them, right? A lot of our youth are lost because they don't know who they are inside. So this is the whole point of teaching them morals, values, and principles. Teaching them how to be honest. Teaching them how to believe in themselves. Teaching them how to have faith in themselves. Teaching them how to trust in themselves. The same morals and values and principles. What's up, Popcorn? That we apply to our lives to become better people. It's the same morals, values, and principles we have to instill in our youth. Y'all know me, Baltimore. Y'all know I'm gonna touch on, which I do. I'll share basically from a level of personal experience. You know that. From being a youth. And I don't want to hear that bull junk where these kids change now, blah, blah, blah. No, the same morals, values, and principles that my mother instilled in me, even though I went to the left. And I understand our children are going to end up going to the left too. Not all of them now. All of them ain't out there trying to get in trouble and do things that will end behind the bars. You know what I mean? I already know that. I'm very familiar with that. And I'm not talking about behind the bars. I'm very familiar with our kids showing their butt because I showed mine. I was watching something the other day, right, where a bunch of kids was over 25th Street and they was fighting. It was a lot. It was a lot. Then, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm looking for it now on Baltimore crime and homicide, right? These are pages that, and I'm familiar with Carmela anyway, the one that run this site, that page. And her and I, some years ago, I never met her in person, but her and I used to talk back and forth, you know, because of the work that I do around Baltimore City. Baltimore crime and homicide. Carmela Green. And I said I wanted to speak a little bit about what I seen, because I normally get notifications. But I didn't read back up on it. It was a guy on Greenmount that I think he's in them new places, new homes, new apartments that they made. And he was filming it from there. And the area he's in is beautiful. Because I seen how they was building it, right, Baltimore? It's probably down real far now, because that was like a couple of days ago. Yeah, I'm trying to give it time for my my other pages to be notified that I'm streaming to. But now, I gotta say this for Baltimore City. If you want to, if y'all are on my Stephen Copeland, right? If you're on that page, 909 at yahoo.com, if you want to ask any questions or you want to talk with me, you can go on that page and I'll be able to see your comments. If you on my other page, Steve Copeland 59, I know I'm live streaming there, but I can't see if you post stuff. And I even seen comments on my YouTube page, my Twitter page. Want to make sure I say it right, because I got Twitter and Twitch. On my Twitter page, on my 2 Facebook pages, but my main Facebook page is Steve Copeland 909 at yahoo.com. If you're not a friend on that page, become one, or that way when you comment something, I can see it and respond back to it. But if you on the Stephen Copeland 59, I'm not going to be able to see it until this is ended and I go through my stuff. You get me? So that's the only time I'll see your comment. But I want us, Baltimore City. I want us, Baltimore City, to talk more about what's happening amongst our youth. Now, we have a lot of programs around. We have a lot of programs that's in Baltimore City. And a lot of y'all might not know where they at. So come on. You can go to my Facebook page, my TikTok page as well. If you're on TikTok, follow me. You can come up, we can speak and all that good stuff. So TikTok, I'm live streaming from as well. Sorry, I got to turn this down. I'm live streaming from TikTok as well. Baltimore City. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's a lot of y'all over there because I've been seeing y'all coming in now. Now, over here is S. Copeland 59 on TikTok. S. Copeland, Baltimore City. And wherever else that you already see me. But if you would like to come up on the platform, Baltimore City, TikTok, at S. Copeland 59. And let's talk. See, I was sitting up here thinking about the broadcast network, right, that I'm streaming on as well. The broadcast network this holds 10 people too. But by me not being known real good about the studio production stuff, I need a team to do that. I need it fixed where we can start the same way I use TikTok, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Now, once we start doing the live stream broadcast, I can put commercials in it. If you want to come on at a certain time at night or certain time in the morning to broadcast your stuff, you could be a part of that. You could be a part of that. I'll charge for the space. If you want to come on and you want to do like an hour or 45 minutes, I'll charge for the space. Monday through Friday, however, whatever time you tend to do it, right? To put out your information about your products. You might have products, family, that you're trying to sell, and you want people at least around the world, if that's where you at, mailing stuff off as well. We can do that. That's one of the reasons I started the broadcast network, and that's Steve Copeland as well. Restream.com. I would have to give you all the information for it. You set yourself up. You're streaming from here. It's no different than streaming. It's no different than a regular podcast. It's no different than that. You sit back, you talk, you got products that you want people to know about. So you can sell your products. You want them to, get your products. You can do that. If you are a minister, if you are a politician, I'm just saying, if you like a public figure and you want a little section for an hour, 45 minutes, you can broadcast it on here. If you one of them type of people, right, that's up late at night and want to broadcast from 12 till, in the morning, you can get your slot for an hour or so during that time. We'll talk about it. You just pay for your slot. And I'm not charging out the yang. Okay? So I wanted to say this. I wanted to make a few announcements, right? Baltimore City. Ivan Bates is the new state's attorney. Y'all already know that, right? I helped him get in 2023. I remember when he ran twice. He ran the first time. I met him. I was doing a lot of community work. I would call him to come out as a speaker. Wesley West, it's a lot of them from back then. I only reach out to people in Baltimore City that I know that's working to really make a difference for the people. I try to get to know the individual family. I don't care if they're Republican. I don't care if they're Democrat. I don't care if they're part of the Tea Party. I do not care. My thing is to get to know the person, talk with them, fill them out a little bit, see if they really about the people. That's all, family. I don't call them devils. I don't call them evil. Because some of us just don't believe in the same. You get me? We just don't believe the same. So the goal with this family, I like to know which ones, because of their ideas or how they think. If I think their goal is to hurt the people, like create laws that hurt the people, the organizations that I'm with that fight for your rights, that fight for your democracy. Why do y'all think I run up at my mouth the way I do? I tell y'all, I'm a community activist. I'm a community organizer. I'm a homeless advocate. I'm with several groups that fight for your equal rights, your civil rights, your constitutional rights. And I'm not just talking about Black people. So when y'all hear me say I'm a human rights advocate, understand, We fight for the rights of the people, and that's American Civil Liberty Union, ACLU. Then you got the Center of Popular Democracy. They fight for your civil rights, equal rights, and constitutional rights, and they're not all black people. That's why, if you notice, you never hear me say that black and white thing. The white man this and the white man that. We understand, I'm gonna say that the higher uppers, right? The hierarchies, that's what was coming to mind, right? We know that they are the ones that pull strings. Some things I can't say on here. Some things I can't say mainly on Facebook and TikTok as well, because they already know who Steve Copeland is. That's why for TikTok, I have to watch certain words, because it's not to put nobody down. And I had to let them know from time to time, because they looking straight at us. The same with Facebook. I'm a community activist. I'm a community organizer. Basically what I'm saying, my goal is to follow your community guidelines close as possible with my mouth, without saying anything to insult or hurt anyone. And this is what I have to remind TikTok from time to time. If I start yelling louder, and if they feel like I'm hurling insults, they will send me something, a restriction, basically saying back up. For 10 minutes, we're not going to let your stuff be seen. And if they want to go deeper, they can shut it down. But my goal when I come on here, if it's the Couch Conversation Show or the Couch Talk Show, I just took the conversation out of it. If it's the Couch Talk, I'll talk a little bit about any and everything. That's why it's keeping life real. When I do the Teen Talk Show, parents, I need y'all. I need y'all, parents. I need the youth as well, parents. It don't have to be your teenager. Somebody on TikTok, and I think I got it. I'm sorry. I hope I don't have it regulated without, the youth. I just want our youth to be able to share where they at, what's going on with them, how they feel. Sometimes that's all they want somebody to do is listen. And then by me being a father, I have to realize, because my no matter what, my goal is to comfort them. You're going to be all right. Big Unc here for you. Nephew, niece, grandbaby. That's my approach, because it's personal to me. This is what I do with the men I sponsor, with the women I sponsor. In my housing program, the women that have children, the children 7 years old and up, they're going to get the necessary help, like counseling, therapy, tutoring, behavior classes. Did I mess y'all up saying it? I don't have to do this, family. I grew up without a father, so I know how I feel for a child or someone not to have their dad in their life. I can relate. Even though I'm 64 now, I can relate. Sometimes that pain will come and I'll be like, uh-oh. But guess what? It's just a space that's in my heart, that's in my mind, that's in my soul. Because I still wonder to this day, is he still living? Do I have brothers? Do I have sisters by him? And another thing, why did you leave me? Come on, I'm 64 years old. Not dare somebody try to tell me, oh, you shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't think that way. Don't do it. Because I'm speaking for a lot of children. As an adult, don't you ever, because if you trying to live your life like certain things ain't bothering you in that sense like that, you's a freaking lie. The only thing is you ain't gotta let it weigh you down. That's all. It'll pop up, oops, bite. Because the goal is not to let it depress me, get me down like this. And that's why I do what I do, family. I share the things I do because I want that teenager to understand. Even though Uncle Steve or Big Steve or Pop or a yacht, whatever y'all like calling me, just to help you understand, I was there. And sometimes I can go back there. Daddy, Dad, you grown, you old, and you still calling for your father? Yes, from time to time. That's a part of me that's missing. And I'm talking to our youth. And if that 5-year-old can understand what I'm saying, it's okay. Because dad is not in your life, or mommy is not in your life, or you lost your mother, or you lost your father. You 10 years old, and daddy not in your life, mommy not in your life. You lost them, they passed away, or they just living somewhere else. Now, if they living somewhere else, yes, you're going to make your child feel abandoned. Yes, your child is going to think you don't care for them because you're gone. And you can clear it up while you're not there. But you need to show up for that child. That's to help fill that void, even though you're not in the house. Okay? Because we understand, I understand, sometimes the relationship just don't work. Because it take work to work it. So if you got a baby by him, he was good enough for you to have the baby. You was good enough for him to have the baby. You know, blah, 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 blah. Wait a minute, family. Let me stop because I'm starting to get goofy. You had the baby for him. Thank God. That was a gift from God. He might not see it like that, but Big Unc see it like that. That's a gift from God to both of y'all. Take care of your presence, your children. Okay? Because they are a gift. Even if they're not around you like that all the time, when you get them, you make them feel like, look, I miss you. I love you. I wouldn't care. They 64-year-old like me. You can hug me and say, I love you. I'll be like, thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. God dang it, that's the kid. That's that big kid in me. What's up, Will? I got your call the other day, but I was on my live. I just got on my live. I couldn't answer. But look, now, y'all know this is the teen talk show, right? So y'all might see this 64-year-old start talking like a teenager coming on up, right? Because I want us to understand sometimes we got to have flashbacks, mainly when you got your own children. You get me? I remember when. So what happens, and I made this statement, right? A lot of adults act like they never was young or a teenager, stuff like that, right? And I was sharing this with somebody. And they said, Steve, mainly if you've been hurt. or you've been traumatized when you was younger. And that person made it clear that's because they don't want to revisit that pain when they was coming up. Now I'm going to share this with y'all. The reason why I love doing the Team Be More's Real Teen Talk Show. I'm going to tell you why. My mother was there for me. My father was not. And I'm going to say my mother did the best she could by raising 7 children by herself. 7 different fathers. And if they helped her, I don't remember. But I know my mother did what she did to raise her kids. A lot of the responsibilities was left on me. From 10 years old on up, my mother taught me how to cook. My mother taught me how to clean. My mother taught me how to sew. My mother taught me how to wash, make market, pay bills. Started out at 10. There was a lot of responsibilities on a 10-year-old. I'm going to say that again. There was a lot of responsibilities on a 10-year-old, taking on adults' responsibilities. Now, for TikTok's sake, I have to watch some words because I became an addict. 11 years old, the plant. 11 years old, the plant. What in the world going on inside of me that I felt like I needed? The plant. 13 years old, the Thunderbird, for TikTok's sake, the alcohol. It was in a cup similar to this. This is coffee with vanilla cream. 13 years old. 14. It was called the Rich Man High. TikTok, can I say the flower? 14 years old. I remember one day I asked my cousin, I said, can you do this intravenously? She said yes. So I did it here. 14, 15. Then I started with the other stuff. Normally take you right there, right? Take you there. I started that. We call it speedball. 15, 14 on up to 30 years old. I used. Tried to hustle and everything. Made fair money, but I didn't realize I was trying to commit unalive on a daily basis. Not knowing I was trying to commit unalive on a daily basis, and I was doing it to the community, not realizing it. Making a profit off of people pain and misery. Mind you, I'm young. I'm young. And I'm sitting up here right now while I say this out my mouth. 11-year-old. Why? 13-year-old. Drinking. Why? 14-year-old. Why? Why they not out there enjoying their lives without this stuff? What is going on deep inside them? We need to get to the root cause of why our children are acting and doing the things that they are doing. Either they watching what you do or they getting it from somebody else. And that's a way and a means to escape their own pain and their own misery. That's what I was doing, family, and I didn't realize it. To me, it was having fun. Y'all know, the ones that been there or there. I wasn't trying to be addicted to anything. But years after doing it, it was beginning to take more control of my life. In the beginning, I was controlling it. And I'm talking for our teenagers, our children, giving our youth a voice. I remember my mother asked me, Steve, and I had the marks on my arm. She was like, what is that? I was so embarrassed. I said, railroad tracks. That was the only thing came to my mind, railroad tracks. I'm a teenager with tracks. She said, what's wrong with you? I didn't know. I just knew whatever it was, I didn't want to feel it. Parents, pay close attention to your children. Get them the proper counseling. Get them the proper help that they need. I know you might see certain things. I know you might recognize it, but because we are parents, we're too close. Sometimes we got to send them to other people because we too close. And because of my pain, I tried to fix mine too. I didn't want them to go through what Dad went through. I did not want them to start doing what Dad did. So I would not talk to my children when it came to the smugs or the drugs, for smugs for TikTok family, drugs for, no. I would not share their story. Because by the time my kids came, I was clean. They didn't see it. They did not see their daddy running the streets, poisoning the community, capitalizing off the people pain and misery. So by the time my youngest one started coming, I was clean. By this time, family, I'm in a 12-step program. I was guided to a 12-step program. And I'm thinking about our children, right? So my 12-step spiritual journey with my teenager. My 12-step spiritual journey. And helping our children applying the same morals, values, and principles into their life. I had brought my kids with me to meetings early on. They was about 6 or 7. And somebody was in there cursing. And they was like, ooh, ooh. And I stopped bringing them because I realized it wasn't for them. It was for me. It was teaching me how to be more responsible now, again, and productive, reliable, and dependable. But that wasn't for them. It was me who needed the help. And then throughout the years, I started seeing a bunch of children coming through from other programs. I started seeing me and them. And the only thing, when our children out there running around, acting the way they acted, it's not all. Some of them will do it just to be part of, you get me? Peer pressure, whatever, you know. Some of them will do it. But some of them will cause havoc because they're hurting. They're hurting inside. And that's their way of releasing the pain. And once again, I'm grown. I'm an adult now. I'm in granddaddy mode. I was going to say retirement mode, right? But still, God laid this on my spirit to do this, to help some parents that understand if you lay down the morals, the values, and the principles, and teaching them the difference between wrong and right, you did an excellent job. But once they're out on their own, when they're away from you, the thing is we need to apply it in order to live on that right road. And that's why I had to look at that 11-year-old boy, that 13-year-old boy, the 14, on up. I had to go deep inside of myself. Same thing with our youth. Sometimes y'all don't want to deal with the pain of what them telling you or what they're about to say. They might want to tell you that such and such touched them. They might want to tell you when you're not around and you could be the problem too. But they might want to tell you when you're not around, such and such beats on them or they talk down to them and threaten them not to tell you. It could be a lover. It could be a father, uncle, aunt, cousin that took advantage of them. Some of them still might be doing it now. That's why you got to pay attention to your children. Pay attention to who you allow around your children. I didn't play that. And my ex-wife didn't play it either. Everybody do not come around your children. And if you know outright that this person have an issue with raping young children, smexing young children, you do not allow them around your children, thinking that, oh, he's not going to touch mine, or she not going to touch mine. Hurt people hurt people. That's why this is B Moore's Real Teen Talk Show, giving our youth a voice. You are, parents, their voice. To listen, to shelter them, to comfort them. And somebody in these cases, too, family, might have to go to prison for their actions. You get me? But you are the voices to speak out for them when they come to you and tell you, Uncle such and such, Aunt such and such, Granddad, my brother, my cousin, you the one Now, got to step up to the plate after they done told you, this is why I'm hurting. This is why at 11 I started with the plant. At 13 I started with the Thunderbird. Now it's coffee. At 13 I started with the Thunderbird. Now it's Diet Pepsi. When it comes to the powder, I ain't eat fried chicken with the powder in a while. I thought about it. I'm just talking about the flour, y'all get me? That's all. My mother passed away at 26. I was 26, I'm sorry. And when I did the 4th step, right, and I went inside and I looked at myself and I finally realized why I did what I did, because of the pain and all that, right? By that time, my mother was gone. And I remember her saying, Steve, what is wrong with you? I couldn't tell her because I didn't know. But when I got clean and went inside, it was like, Ma, where you at? Man, I can tell you. She was gone. And I know she see me. And I know she proud of me. I'm just looking at that young me, that younger person family. And when I look back like this, I see a lot of our kids that's running around hurting. A lot of them just want to be part of. They just want to be accepted. They just want to be loved. Even though they know what they doing is wrong. I'm talking about our youth. I'm talking about our teenagers. I'm talking about our young adults. That this became a habit. It's like a habit. It's like an addiction. It's destruction that comes with that addiction. I'm looking at the children that was over 25th and Greenmount, acting the way he was. And one person ran off and they sent a message. It said that was me that was running from when they was over there fighting. They was getting away. And I wanted to know what caused it. Why was they doing what they doing? Was it some young people jumping on other young people, or was it somebody older that the young people jumped on? So I had sent the message back to them to at least get an answer of why they was doing what they was doing, or did what they was doing. You get me? Now, they might have responded back, but I wanted to know, why. So that's why I was just looking on Baltimore Crime and Homicide to see that they reported. And then I heard on it, I heard the police is coming, right? Now, I don't want to leave things just like this, because even though, and not just Baltimore City, it's other cities too, even though we have children that's acting a certain way, and I'm gonna try to put it in the old saying, one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch. And when I say one, it could have been 30 or 40 of them out there, right? But it might have been 2 or 3 that got into it about something, and the rest of them came through. So that's the only reason why I'm saying one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch. And that was right there for that day. It wasn't all over Baltimore City. Let's make that clear. Because a lot of times when something happened in this one area, now Baltimore City is the worst place you ever want to go to. And it's not. It's a great place. We way no different than any other city that have city issues or issues. The point is getting a grip on it. Certain things we will be able to slow down. Some things we will be able to stop. But it takes work. And if I did not think we can change, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't even mess with you if I hear you holler, oh, well, see, they gonna get better. Don't come around me with it. Go with somebody else. Because I know what we can do. I know what we can do. Gotta make sure. I know what we can do. Nobody in here on my paperwork. And when I said that, I'm just talking about just one little group here can start a bunch of chaos and confusion, and it'll make it seem like it's the whole city. That's all I'm saying. That's why I say that one apple can spoil the whole bunch. Now, Van Brooks. I do this mostly every time I do the team talk show. He's in Baltimore. Damon Cooper, for none of them. He's in Baltimore. Joel Gamble, ex-football player. He's in Baltimore. You can catch him at the YMCA on Drew Hill. Mayo Fonzo. Umar.
The camera burst. The first.
Who's that?
Every time Shaw's imploded, another breakpoint, we get more gamma rays all over the world, right? Yeah. Big, noisy, chaotic, and they're getting stronger. Barnes. How both of them seem like they're ready to. Yes. Right.
Is you up here, Popcorn?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard all the noise in the background.
I was trying to put the mute button on. What's up, Halo? Who else? But the screen is black.
Right. You might have to go down and come back up.
All right.
Where you at? I see you now.
Yeah, I see myself too.
Okay, hey, Popcorn.
Hey.
I
I
seen
tried
you.
calling you last night, but you probably went to sleep. Or you probably went to go get you a snack. But I did call you to try to touch base with you yesterday.
I probably was trying to ignore you.
You probably did. It's cool. I understand. You want your space.
And then I wanted to call you back. It was like this. It was like that. I said, because you know we would have started talking about people. I'm telling you. Because look.
You was dodging me?
Look, when I seen you, Stop, Popcorn. When I seen the call, right? Wait a minute, that would have been a conference call. I'm trying to find a nice I'm trying to find a nice way to put it.
That wasn't a conference call. That was me calling you from my phone.
I know. And we would have went into a conference call.
Oh.
You know it. Stop playing. Yeah, I had seen it, and I was trying to make little clips of my stuff, and then, you know, sometimes in this process, you got to start adjusting yourself to certain things. But yeah, let me give me a couple of more minutes with the team talk.
Do you? I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta be bodyguard. I'm the bodyguard.
I know.
I'm here to regulate.
And yeah, cause I'm speaking over here as well. But I was thinking about the 12 steps, applying the 12 steps for the teenagers as well, because basically it's all about like when your life is falling apart, is putting structure back there. But the biggest thing, I don't want to put people down, but I gotta say this. I know the work that a lot of people do in Baltimore City, and it'll make it seem like it's not enough. It's enough. It's just a lot of the parents don't know where a lot of these programs are at. You want to reach out to me, that's fine. And I can point you. Once I know where you at, whether you're east, west, south, north, I can point you to programs that's in your community that can help your youth. Some years ago, because of, let me just go to the organizing part, right? I had to go into the community to find out what nonprofits are in the community that's supposed to be building back up in the community, okay? Anytime a person start a nonprofit, they are telling the state and the government, this is what we're doing in this particular area to grow the community. Did y'all know that? So as a community organizer, I would come out to go to certain organizations. And if they tell me, they can be in a recreation center, that they're using their own money to help, build up and everything like that, and the products that they get, because I drove the tractor trailer and then they coming out their pockets, I would get the products and bring it back to them to help them save money. Where they didn't have to come out their pocket as much. Whether it was food, whether it was clothing, whether it was furniture, all of that good stuff. Once I know what you're doing in the community, and I know you coming out your pocket to build up in the community, I will do my best so you won't have to keep coming out your pocket, because right now I know you're not getting government funding. I know it. And I know you knew in the process. Now, it's a lot of people with organizations that I can mention, been doing this for years and still don't get government funding. But we get help from private resources, businesses and stuff like that. But now I'm only sharing this with y'all because as a community organizer, like I said, I come into the community. Then I can talk with my director and them and let them know such and such over there doing this, such and such over there doing that, and then let the people know. I get sick and tired of hearing y'all. You don't pay attention. It's like I do this and I do that, but I don't tell nobody. I don't do it. Well, how people gonna know what you doing in their area? if you don't talk about it, if you don't promote it, if you don't commercialize it. The Couch Talk Show, I am promoting it. I am commercializing it. I am letting people know the things that I do with the Couch Talk Show. Y'all want to call it pride and ego and all of that? No, that's building back up in the community. Then when I started the Teen Talk Show, when that time comes, we're going to have a round table. We're going to have teens sitting there, and we're going to be shooting them live like this, where they can talk about certain things. And I want the parents to be there so they can hear it, so they can look at themselves and say, oh, I never knew that. I didn't think about that. I know you was feeling like this. But sometimes when you look at yourself when you was young, the similarities are there. And that's why being the parent, once they tell you what's happening, you get the proper help. It could be counseling for them. It could be family counseling for both of y'all or all of y'all. Yes, they do have them out there. Use them. As someone who used to be a foster care provider, I had to learn a lot of stuff. For someone that mentored young men, I had to learn a lot of stuff. And where programs are at, businesses, the only way, and I'm looking at these children, we as parents got to stand up and we got to stand strong. And I'm talking about to our own children. Because if they running around doing certain things and you know it, you need to correct it with them. And I don't mean beat them and all that type of stuff. That's not the one that I'm talking about. And it starts with the conversation. What is wrong with you? Why are you acting like that? I taught you better than that. And then shut your mouth and listen. You gave them your voice. Now listen to them. Shut up. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, they're going to say some things out their mouths because of where they hurt and what's going on. And I know if y'all anything like me, a retired OG, first thing you going to think, you know me, blah, 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 blah. Then you got to catch yourself. That's right. I got to listen. And don't judge. That made me mad though, but I got to listen. And don't judge. Because now you mad. Because they telling you their truth. And then you might beat yourself up. Well, if I knew this, I knew that, I supposed to have been protecting my child. Because that's where we're going to go. And what? And this and that. And then now you looking at, if I do this, I do that, I ain't going to jail. Don't do nothing to send you to jail. Because when I wrote this program for the Teen Talk Show, with them getting therapy and counseling and stuff like that, I said, somebody going to prison. You get me? Because when I looked at it, family, and I'm writing it, 2:30 in the morning, God woke me up. And I'm writing this business proposal for the Teen Talk Show. And already, when you dealing with me, and you signing up for the mental health program, because the goal is to get you that professional help that you need. Some places, they will start when they're 6. I know 7 and up. If you and your mate or your husband constantly arguing, fussing, and fighting, Look at the strain you're putting on your children. The hardest thing for me was to walk away. But I knew my children needed some kind of peace in their life. And even though I walked away, I had to make sure I stayed in their life. Because the body wasn't there in the house no more. So I didn't want them to feel abandoned. I didn't want them to feel like Daddy don't love me. So I had to make sure that bond stayed even tighter. They would stay with me, they would stay with their mother. Because no matter what, we wasn't in the house together no more. But we still had to keep that bond. And I know when it came to the children, oh, we was great. But no problem when it came to doing stuff for the kids. But when it came to us, two strong, powerful people, independent people. She raised her brothers and sisters. I raised my brothers and sisters. So you got two tigers or lions, independent, strong people. Somebody got to humble themselves. I didn't want my children family to keep seeing it. It wasn't physical, but just they're young, right? And by you arguing and fussing and get out my face, go over there, look, or you pushing them just to get away from you, whatever. I'm just saying, you doing this, to them you fighting. Even though y'all not physically, you get me? But to them, y'all are fighting. And then I'm the man, I'm big. So it's like Daddy hurting Mommy. That's not what it was. I couldn't wait for them to get old enough to see things for themselves. I was gone though, but I needed them to see certain things. Now they understand the point of the work that it takes to have a healthy relationship. It takes work. People gonna have their ups and downs. And these are the things that I had to start explaining to my children. When you get with somebody, that's their, she's her own individual, you are your own individual. The problem comes when you want to try to mold and shape your mate. You met them, you loved them, for they attract you, then all of a sudden they with you. Your insecurities kick in. Oh, you too beautiful. I need you to dress down because other men might try to come for you. Well, the thing is, other men gonna come for her, even she dressed down or not, because if she look good, attractive, they gonna come. The point is, she ain't gotta act. Ooh, you forgot. She ain't gotta act, just like you. You think women gonna be unattractive once you find your mate? Even though you dedicating, you committing yourself to your mate? I ain't gonna keep running around doing this no more. You think everybody else gonna get ugly? That's not how the world is. But you got your prize. And while I'm saying that, I'm looking at me. So I made the decision not to do a lot of stuff too, like cheating. Then it got to the point, because I became unhappy, I went back. My children ain't see none of that. But it was just the point. I was working myself outside my marriage. I was working out. I didn't realize it. When I started doing what I was doing, it was like I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. I didn't want my kids to keep saying this. So I want our youth to understand whatever your parents are going through is not you. It's not your fault. Just because your father, your mother might leave, it's not your fault. And if you have a parent that's abusing you, or a family member that's abusing you, that's not your fault. It's not your fault. And you carrying all of that pain. Now you scared, or you gonna find somebody not intentionally abusive from what you're saying, because you'll think it's natural and it's normal. It's not, family. Any time a person take advantage of another person, and I'm talking about forcing themselves on you, violating you, they're more stronger, they're more powerful than you. You want to do the things to keep them off of you or keep them away from you, but it's overtaken. It's not your fault. I don't care if you're grown and somebody take advantage of you, like in that sense, rape you for grape for TikTok's sake, molest. It's not your fault. Because I know the sickness from other people that hurt you will make you think you deserved it. No, you did not. And I want our younger generation to understand, if you've been hurt by an adult, or it could have been another child just a little bit older, you get me? It's not your fault. Hurt people hurt people. I didn't understand that. So I carried that. And that's what we do. From childhood, I should have this, I should have that, I should have told, I should have, it's not your fault that you didn't. Because a lot of times who you want to tell it to, you don't trust now. Because they should have been there to protect you. But it's not your fault. It's not. If it's not your father, somewhere along that line, your mother, it's not their fault. So in the process of doing this, I had to put the blame where the blame belonged, to that sick individual. I had to learn to forgive myself for how I felt and the pain that I was carrying because of what was done to me. I had to give it back to that person, that individual. That was not my mother's fault, whatever happened to me. She asked me what was going on with me. I didn't remember at the time. It wasn't her fault. My father not here. Did he do something to me that my mother said he couldn't be around me no more? She never told me why. She just told me he couldn't. She said, I told him he couldn't see you no more. Was that the cause of my pain? Oh, it's deep, ain't it? Because this is the stuff. When I got clean, I had to look at an 18-month-old baby. Why? I don't know. I never did nothing to nobody. An 18-month-old baby. being choked on a penis. I know I never did that to nobody. So where'd that come from? Where'd it come from? My mother said he couldn't see me. Where'd it come from? I had to let it go. I don't know. But I accept the fact that there's a good chance. And when I seen it, and I looked at it right, and acceptance is the key. Acceptance is the key about the past. I do believe deep down in my spirit. But acceptance and forgiveness is what I had to start practicing. What I had to start putting in my heart. Whatever happened in the past, Steve, that's the past. Whatever happened in your past, young man, that's your past. Whatever happened in your past, young lady, that's your past. You was powerless. Now you have power. And the point of gaining power, when you get to the point of accepting, there's a good chance, unless you really remember it, then you know what happened. Sometimes with the plant, with the Thunderbird, I was suppressing, pushing that pain out. That's why a lot of people can't remember what really happened, you know, until you get clean. Until you have a peaceful mind, because everybody's not using smugs to sedate their feelings. Could be food, could be gambling, could be lying, could be manipulating, could be out there destroying the city. Destructive behaviors. Because you're trying to mask that feeling. I don't want to feel it. And the only reason why I could share this, family, because this is what the 12 steps have done for me, to help me go inside and look at myself. Whenever my children, which they are adults now, when they going through certain things, Daddy, listen. When they was younger, I had to listen. Because if you don't shut your mouth and listen, you won't understand what is going on with your child. Look at us. If we didn't have somebody there to listen, most of all, fix it. And if your parents, you can't fix them, that's why they got counselors. If it's y'all that's going through something together, that's why they have family counseling. If my daughters call me and I know they just dealing with whatever, I'm going to feed them as much as I can as their father. But then if I feel like maybe they need to go talk to somebody, I'd rather for them to go and be straight and forward and honest with them so they can get the proper help that they need. And if I feel as though they're not getting that help, I'll tell them back up. I will tell them back up. Because number one, if they go to a professional and you play your damn games with mine, I'm going to pull them away from you. Because I know what you're supposed to do. Because I do it as a sponsor. I do it as a person that has the working knowledge of the 12 steps, 12 traditions, and 12 concepts. That's how I help build lives. Y'all get paid for it. You're certified. But guess what? Let them come to me. The goal is to build them back up in the inside. Did you miss what I said? The goal is to build them back up in the inside. You got to take them in. But they got to see what they're doing is wrong. They got to see what they're doing is ruining their lives. So once you allow them, or you sit there and you listen, then you can say, okay, this is what I'll do. See this? You see this right here? And I got some over there. These are folders of my clients. These are folders. These are intake forms. Because I'm doing the intake. I'm doing the interview. I'm doing the interview. They have to fill this out. Because I need to know who I'm dealing with. I need to know how many kids you got. I need to know. So this is the forms for you to fill out. Not that I just need to know. Your therapist, the PRP. And if I find out they're not properly helping you, I will move you away. I do not play. The goal is for you to get help. I don't give a freak what y'all say, because y'all are trying to say that his ego. No, it's not his ego. I want you to get help. And if you're not getting the proper help, then why should you stay there? Because they getting paid. I already know that. That's the reason why I will send you to certain therapists, PRPs. And if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, what else we supposed to do? And this is once you come into the program. If you need to go to SSI, if you need to go to Social Security, you need to, go and apply for whatever. This is a form that I give to you so that they will know that you're in a program and you're doing everything you can to turn your life around. Okay? This has my name on it, CEO and founder, the LaTanya D. Copeland House of Hope. Got the address to the building on here. I am writing to verify. Insert client's name. The client can put their name there, and then they'll put the amount that they pay. Substance abuse counseling, mental health counseling, life skills training, complete wrap-around support to foster long-term success. I don't play with people's lives.
He's legit, y'all.
In this, right, you see I have this on the front just to let me know what's in this folder. So what I do, I prepare a folder for the clients. So I will know how to best work with you, and not just you, your children. So you have to, individually, you got to fill papers out for them too. I just need, for my record, to know what is going on, what's happening. So I'll know how to approach you. Do I have to pull out my belt on you? You can be 36, 37. I'm going to still threaten you with my belt. I don't care. Because I'm old enough to be your father. They be like, Mr. Steve, you need to stop. No. Because I'm old enough to be your father. And I want the best for you. They be like, Mr. Steve. Then I had to be like, Mr. Steve, yeah, you need to back up. Because they not your children. But look, that's how I play with them sometimes. And they be getting smart with me. I'm like, who the heck you think you talking? I'm gonna say hell. Who the heck you do? Come here. And they grown. But see, that's daddy. And then I had to realize, see, they not your children. And then their children. Now, if I take the parent on, they like my daughters, right? My sons, because I want the best for them. And then look, I would just say the grandbaby. Then you know the kids. They're my grandbabies. Then I had to remind myself, Steve, that ain't your damn children. They ain't no kin to you. Now I'm arguing with myself. Look, yes they are. And then I'd be like, no, you better go get somebody, put them in front of you so they can work with them. Because you take to heart. You get me? I take things to heart. It's like, Deshaun, help me. Wanda, help me. Help me. I'm too close. So I had to, Norman, help. Help me, Norm. I'm too close. I had to build the team. And they know. They know. Don't nobody just come to me. They gotta ask one of them to talk to me. Now it's to a point where we do phone calls. Don't make me come down there. Show your butt. Because I had to move them. Show your butt. But the thing is, with all of that, they have to stay in their mental health programs. Yeah. Wolf.
And Monty, stop it. And my son, all he heard was show you, but I just had to come and listen to an adult because I got tired of dealing with kids. So don't mind me.
How old is your son?
20. He caught the tail end of what you were saying, and he didn't know what was going on.
Tell him, get on. Tell him, come close.
Come here. Yeah,
bring your butt over here, nephew. Don't play with me, nephew. Guess what, nephew?
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna turn this on so you can see him face to face. Hold on.
Nephew.
There you go.
Oh, my bad.
Look. I had to mess with you because you on the Teen Talk show. And I started this show like for the youth where we could talk, the parents and the youth. And that's why I told them, tell you come close, because you on the Teen Talk show, giving our youth a voice.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to break something down.
Trying to get the camera back. I don't know.
You can't smoke on camera. You can't smoke on camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was trying to break something down. What I supposed to say, something about butt? Oh, yeah. Yeah, because look, I deal with most of the clients I deal with, they in their 30s, right? 40s, and I'm old enough to be their father. So my thing is when they show their butt too much, right? I tell them, don't make me get my belt. Don't make me, and they don't do nothing but bust out laughing. Damn, because we want the best for y'all. And then when y'all show off a little bit too much, I got 5 belts. I made sure I brought me some leather belts. Cause look, nephew, that's the scared. Look, that's the scaredy adults. They be like, yeah, right. I be like, don't make me whoop your butt. I ain't no kid. Yes, you are. That's why, hey nephew, that's why I say what I say, because sometimes that father in me will kick up. And I realize, Steve, they not your kids, but we want the best for y'all. You get me? And we know y'all go through certain things yourself. So it's just the point of I feel like as parents, we need to be here and listen, cause y'all at the age group, you growing up. You growing up and you going through certain things. Like I'm looking at all that goddamn hair on your head, and I don't have no hair like that. I'm bald head. I might need to borrow some of that hair.
Sound like about every woman you run across.
Yeah. Well, I ain't no woman that he running across. I'm just jealous. I'm telling you right now, nephew, I'm jealous. And if I had
No, you get
nephew,
I'm going
nephew, you know what uncle, hey nephew, know what uncle just thought about looking at your head? Somebody can make that into a wig for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at it, look like.
I set enough hair in the shower to make tiny wigs for,
Yeah, because I'm looking at, look, one of my friends, they had a modeling show, right? And she had the guys with dreads modeling. And I said, I'm gonna go buy me a wig, right? With the dreads in it, the dread wig. I said, cause I want to model too. I'm gonna go buy me a wig.
That look fire though.
I do. But look, I like my bald head.
Yeah.
I like my bald head. So what's going on with you and my twin over there? Yeah, I call your father my twin.
That's the man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm not kidding you. There ain't no fluff with him. He be straight up.
Oh yeah, no, I follow you on here. I don't really go on TikTok that much.
Look, you know your father talk to you. Your father and me, we talk. Everybody.
I sit and I listen to most of it.
Okay.
Because sometimes I don't go to bed till like 2 in the morning, and then I wake up, and sometimes I still see my dad
right
here speaking. And I'm like, so you should be politician with this man.
but look. He sound like a radio announcer. I said I might need him to write my stuff down so that he can say certain things, because I want everything to look real professional. Because your father, he got that broadcasting voice and everything. I'm like, God dang it.
Oh, there's this actor. He's I'm trying to remember his name. Let me find my phone. But he plays in this show called The Orville as an alien. His name is Bortus in the show. He plays a bunch of other shows.
He's great.
Let me try to find.